Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Hyomo shadowing no lesson will yat ikimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zei. Chenaru no toroku. Wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever thought about putting on a killer event but felt lost in translation? Yeah, you're not alone. Planning an event, especially in English, can feel like navigating a maze. But it really doesn't have to be.
Right? It's like, where do you even start? You've got the big picture, the vibe you want to create, but then it all breaks down into a bunch of smaller pieces.
Totally. It's not just about the fun part, the actual event. It is all the nitty-gritty behind-the-scenes action that can really make or break the whole thing.
Like planning the whole shebang, right? Coming up with the ideas first, then you have to prep all of the things.
Exactly. You need a solid plan, and that's where the English comes in. Think of phrases like, let's brainstorm some ideas, or what's the timeline?
So it's not just about having English skills. It's about how you use them to actually move things forward.
It's like, okay, team, what's our game plan? Or we're on track. Or even, we might need to shift our priorities. These are key phrases for event planning in English.
And it really helps to have a team, because you can handle the whole thing by yourself.
Definitely. Dividing roles is huge. You might say, you're in charge of marketing, or who's taking care of the venue. That's how it works.
So you also got to set some deadlines, which means setting the schedule. That's something you could really forget.
Precisely. You need to set some dates, like the deadline for promotion is next week, or we need to finalize the guest list.
And of course, let's not forget about getting people there, which is basically the whole point. You have to do all the promotion and marketing.
Yeah, the whole attracting attendees part. That's where phrases like, let's promote on social media, or we need a strong call to action come into play.
It's a lot about communication. You can expect people to show up if you don't get the word out about it.
For sure. And let's say you have a bunch of international attendees. Then you got to make sure the communication is crystal clear, no misunderstandings.
That's a big one. And that makes it essential to have your communication clear for everyone. But then, how do you know if you've made it a success?
Well, that's all about the feedback, right? Asking for feedback is crucial. Did the attendees enjoy the event? Was the flow smooth?
And then you also need to do a postmortem to see what went well and what didn't, so you can learn from it for the next event.
Exactly. You might say something like, let's analyze our performance, or what lessons did we learn?
See, the success isn't just about the actual day of the event, but all the work, communication, and prep work, including post-event analysis.
Right. It's a whole cycle. And knowing the right phrases in English really helps you navigate each stage.
I mean, sure, the whole thing can feel overwhelming, but when you break it down and use the right language, it's definitely doable.
Definitely. It's all about having the right tools and a solid understanding of the process, and most importantly, using effective communication.
So, planning an event in English, not as scary as it sounds if you have a strategy in place, and also all the right phrases at your disposal.
Absolutely. It's about clear communication, solid planning, and a little bit of confidence. You got this.
Couldn't agree more. As a challenge, yes, but an achievable one with the right approach.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kanso or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.